to be downtown whipping on the radio.
Hey Shug, it's Mahaly. I'm gonna be showing you how I got this pixie style. So if you're interested in learning on how to heat style your hair and get it to look just like this, keep watching. It's so important to protect your face and your skin when you are someone who uses a lot of product like myself. I've seen a lot of clients who get tons of congestion on the perimeter of their face, all because they don't protect their skin, or they don't know how to get rid of any of that residue after the fact, right? That's important. Now that we have washed, we have conditioned, our hair is giving what it's giving, we are now going to re-put the hydration back in it. First things first, I go in with my sprays. The spray that I go in probably the most with is this Matrix Mega Sleek Spray. I will say, like, when you have natural hair and also processed hair, like as far as like color, it tends to get a bit crazy, all right? The hair starts to get a bit unruly when you want to heat style it. This stuff is really good. I even use the Mega Sleek conditioner before I get out of the shower because it really helps with prepping for heat styling, right? So I am not conservative with this product at all. I do go in quite heavy, especially because, you know, our hair was kind of drying off in that little hair towel. So we're going with that. Next, I'm going with a little bit of this spray, but I use this mainly after we dry, right? So this is the Influence Silk Recharge Spray Serum. So I heard about Influence because of their foam, right? I've heard amazing things about their wrapping foam for women who like to wear their hair short, because if you are someone who wants a really good foam wrap, that one helps. I used to be a Nairobi girl, but I don't know. I'm not into Nairobi the same way I used to be. We got enough of that on there. As you can see, I feel a little bit of the product running down the back of my neck, which is good. Another thing that I am not afraid to put on is this Matrix Mega Sleek, like, smoothing leave-in cream, just because, once again, my hair is ultra processed. Not only is it extra processed, like, typically my hair is a little brighter than this, but I was a deep auburn a couple weeks ago, and this is probably as light as it's gonna get when you go red and then you try to go blonde again. Like, you can tell, like, towards the ends it's a little bit deeper, but towards the roots it is much wider. I will be touching up my hair color again in probably like another week and a half after I go get my hair cut. I'm using a little bit more of that Mega Sleek. Like, I am not afraid of using this product. I feel like I used to be scared of product when I had long hair because it would just weigh it down. But when you got a Pixie, like, girl, you gotta put that stuff on. Like, do not be afraid of the product. Like, it's not gonna hurt anything. Now, I put this mask on my face because a lot of product tends to run down my face, and I don't want it to get stuck onto my skin, or I'd rather I have a protective film over it before it, you know, so I'm not too locked in. But I saturate my hair. Boom. Okay, we have all of that hair product in, right? I'm gonna do a rough comb, which is kind of just like, just getting us where we need to be. Some people are like, oh, make sure your hair is, you know, you have the line here. Girl, I don't care. It's gonna be fine. Figure out the I guess the tippy top of your head, and then decide which way you want your hair to go, right? And that's all we're doing. We're just getting a rough estimate as to where we want our hair to be before we get into this mold, okay? Now, the star of the show. This is the Influence It's Natural Honey Almond Styling Foam. Now, I was gonna get the rosemary kind because a friend of mine recommended it, and she's been a Pixie girla, Miss Boss Lady. She's been a Pixie girla for, I mean, as long as I've known her. This stuff is really good. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it better than Nairobi. She told me that since I have my hair so processed, to try out this version instead of the rosemary version because it's a little bit more hydrating. And I was like, okay, shoot, girl. So what we're doing with our mold is we're just, like I said, we're not being shy with the amount of products, and we're just, before we do any types of swoops, dupes, and loops, we just wanna get everything facing all in the direction you want it to be at. I used to do a whole lot of swoops and dupes and body, but I realized that as long as the hair is laid down essentially how I want it to be, there's no reason for all the swoops and dupes. Yeah, that's it right there. I'm gonna turn around so you can see the back, but it's nothing special. I'm literally just trying to flatten it out. You can see it's probably product running down the back of my neck. I don't care, that is fine with me. You see it running down the front of my face, down my nose. This is also why I put that stuff on there. But now we're gonna start with a little bit of swoop-de-dooping. But I'm gonna be real, like I said, there's no method to this madness when I'm swoopity-doop. My hair is very fine, so I'm over here trying to create the illusion of the thickest hair ever, when really I have had the finest hair for as long as I can remember. So we're gonna go up, like I said, go up, hold it, and go down, and just not fight it. This front, very front part, I very rarely actually put heat to it, so I do swoop it a little bit more. It kind of gives less grandmama, because I will tell you, like, honey, being a pixie curl, it can get grandmama real fast, like very fast. And this is what we're giving when it comes to a mold. Very simple, right? We're not doing too much. You see, we got a little slim shady in the front, super flat in the back. And here's what we're gonna do next. So we're using a little HD wig cap, honey. It's very important that you don't keep this thing on for too long. I'm gonna start from the very back of the head, pull it all the way over and down. This is in essence what you want. You see why I put this mask on as a protective barrier? You saw all that product just slide down the front of my nose, slide down the sides of my ears, and it's down my neck. Like, this is why it's important to protect your skin. And now I can put away all of these products except for the Influence spray. This I will be using again. She is very good for helping us in the heat styling process. Before we actually go sit down under the dryer, I like to go ahead and get my little straighteners hot. I want them to go ahead and start marinating for me, for a real one, before we get to styling. I use these Red by Kiss pencil ceramic flat irons. We're going for like a pin curls kind of vibe today, and this achieves that very well. Well, let's go ahead and just sit up under the dryer. We are back after cooking. It's been about 25-30 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and take all of it off. It's important not to keep this on for too long. I have literally caused myself to have a bruise. We just do a little of that right there. Look, we peeled off some of that. Things got a little moved around. It'll be all right. Everything feels nice and dry. And one thing I will say too that a lot of people don't know about dryers is you gotta be really careful with the amount of time you spend under a dryer if you're someone who suffers from hyperpigmentation. A lot of people think it's just sun that causes pigmentation, but no, baby, heat stimulates those melanocytes too. So something that did happen, and you wanna try to avoid this piece right here did not come out as smooth as I'd liked it to. Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it happen, make it shake. We're gonna take some of this Influence, it's natural silk recharge spray serum, and I'm gonna actually low-key, not drench my hair, but it's gonna definitely be a decent amount on here. I'm not shying away from the product because I really like this stuff when it comes to flat ironing the hair. So what we're gonna do is like how everybody else does. There is no rhyme or reason to how I curl my hair. I literally just take the comb, we pull up a piece, and then I just literally curl to my heart's desire. Yes, you see a little bit of smoke. That is literally just because I just put that product on. You're gonna see a little bit of that. So boom, we have this. While it's still hot, I try to kind of tuck those ends under and push it down. So that way that curl can set that way, right? Do the same thing right beside it. Take some hair. I do try to like comb it out a little bit just to get a little bit of that cast off of it. It's like we want to have a little more body. And we just really turn that wrist and boop, just like that. Tuck under those ends right there and push it down. And this is definitely a trust the process kind of situation, because girl, the first few times I've ever done this, I was like, I don't know if I like this. I'm not sure if I'm feeling this. And then as you get closer to the front and as the curls kind of come together, you're like, oh, okay. Another thing too is you want to try to keep as much tension with your curling iron as well. So I kind of twist, curl, and I even rotate it. Boom, just like that, honey. And I'm not doing it in a specific direction or nothing. I'm just taking what looks like it needs to be curled and curling it. So tucking those ends and pushing it down kind of flat like so. Like I said, at first it's gonna give secretary, it's gonna give church, it's gonna give very much so that you just gotta trust the process, girl. Just keep curling and it'll all make sense. I got some curling up towards my face, curling away. And I feel like that's what really makes a really cute like pin curl look, is when we aren't giving super rigid, super uniform. I think that's also what kind of just doesn't give the grandmama aesthetic, right? So I am slightly going a little straighter in the front, and that's because like this part right here, I don't curl. I don't curl that. I feel like that helps to keep it from being too grandmama-ish. Is not going crazy with like curling that little front bang. Curling that front bang is when it starts to give deaconess. But we are trying to give textured, tussled, soft, okay? So I'm gonna tuck these. Like I said, it's a bunch of, at least for me, a lot of readjusting. So like, go in here, just there. If I feel like it's a little too much, we'll push it up some more. So much more sultry, like I said, and not so deaconess heavy. Here, leave that alone, because it's shorter, it's already molded down, and we can still get some texture without it being bumped. Like everything doesn't require a bump. We did this side of the head, now we're gonna go ahead and move on this side of the head. I'm gonna probably just keep going one direction this way. This way I like to be a little tousled. I'm gonna go through and work it with my fingers, but this is where we wanna be. Looks cute, right? But we're so not done. And this is where having a 3-view mirror would be ideal. I don't, because I like to, you know, play mind games, do a little brain activity when I'm doing my hair, right? Here's our trusty dusty mirror. So now I am going to turn around and see that the very tippy top crown of my head obviously needs to be curled and the whole back side, right? But this is why having a mirror is so important, so you can see that, right? So I'm gonna get started right up here before we even get to the back. What I like to do is I'll put this up here. I'll put my finger where I want to place my rat tooth comb at, rat tail comb at, and then that's where I put my, you'll see. Okay, so that's where my finger is. Okay, boom, that means that that area needs to be parted. Boom. I lift that up with my fingers. All right, we got it in our hands. And now we are going to take flat and curl forward, just like that. See? And that's what I do. I just literally keep going back and forth with the mirror. All I have to do is just bump it. Just literally bump it. So now that you've reached this space, now you just literally want to take your fingers and just go through. You can even take like a comb and just mess with it and play. I like my hair to kind of go zigzag, so the curls will go this way and then they'll go that way. Go through and play with it until it's looking like you want to look. Like recurl certain spots if you feel like they need to be recurled, like right here. Could use another curling. I really like how this side looks, so I'm not gonna touch this much. The back, so we did what we can. I just like to run my fingers to the back. I don't care if it's perfect, but it's blonde, everything's gonna show. Every imperfection is gonna show. Now we're gonna go in with the Kenra anti-humidity spray. I got this from, I think it was Arnell. She wears her hair straight and she works out and she talked about this. So I'm just gonna spray everywhere. And then just once again, just tousle.